Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I am your host, Dan. And of course, next to me is always the wonderful, the talented. She got some injections today for her 35th birthday that's coming up in a couple weeks. Nikki, how's it going, Frankenstein? What's up?
It's going, it's setting in now. So as you get the filler and the lip injections and the Botox, as the day goes on, like as it sets in, it kind of gets a little bit harder to talk. I try not to do it on show days, but one,
This is the
you,
second
you
time you've done it.
demand, yes, you're very demanding. So I don't know when you need me on all these additional shows. And this was also the only time I could do it before my birthday, which is not in a couple weeks. It's like in a week.
Next
So
week. All
it's
right.
next
All
week.
right. Get
So
technical on
I
me.
had to but she did me good just because I do get a lot of questions. I'll just tell everybody real quick for the ladies that have DM'd me about it today. The Botox goes up here, 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 and then the filler goes in the lips and then on top.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
Just in
So,
case you want to go and start
no,
getting
I'm,
Botox.
I'm good. I don't need it. So Nick, so you're not the only one getting cosmetically done. The New York Football Giants preseason is officially over. See that? You like that lead in? Perfect. Um,
Oh my God. I think maybe you've done this before a few times.
um, no, so the Giants are gonna be cosmetically made over as well. Tuesday afternoon, the initial 53 man roster has gonna be set to the league. They already made cuts. Honestly, the cuts that they have made so
Yeah,
far,
there
no
was
one.
I don't even know who these people were.
Yeah, other than Marcus McKeithen,
Yeah.
who was a draft pick, other than that, everybody else was no brainers, unfortunately.
Were they
So
down to 78,
70 something, yes,
73,
yep,
78, something like that?
yeah. So tomorrow is going to be an unfortunate day for a lot of players around the league. Hopefully, they'll find a way to get stuck onto another roster or a practice squad. So yeah, we picked a good week not to watch the Jet Giant game. Uh, Unfortunately, Tommy DeVito played the whole game, got sacked 8 times. That's obviously not great. Didn't throw for a lot of yardage either, and did not throw a passing touchdown all training camp. So I think
Mm.
that's more of a reflection on him and the offense when people are starting to tweet, "Oh, the Giants didn't throw a passing touchdown during the preseason." See, that's just people trying to get ads of, "Oh, Daniel Jones sucks." Daniel Jones only played one half in 3 games. So I, as much as we like to rag on Daniel Jones on this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a Daniel Jones issue. It's a Tommy DeVito Giants issue if you really want to get technical. But they did score rushing touchdowns, so they did score some points. Obviously, the last 2 games didn't look pretty, so I am not nervous because we're going to be actually real game planning things. So it's going to be interesting to see their point of view of things. But yes, we have no depth once again, and that's what a lot of people are worried. Are you worried about the depth issue on our team, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I've been worried for 10 years, just like the rest of us have. I mean,
Right.
somebody had made a comment and they were like, what did they say? I forget. I have to look. It was something I tweeted because I watched a little bit of the game, but I was out
Mm-hmm.
to dinner too for a majority of it. So I was trying to
Right.
watch and like it was loud. I was trying to watch on Twitter at the same time. And it was something about the offensive line, how like, oh, I can't tell what year this is, or something like to that effect. And I said, well, isn't that honestly the problem that you could pop on like a Giants game and like if you didn't know anything about it or the player, like you just feel it's Groundhog Day. It's
Yep.
like there's no depth. Okay, everybody's getting hurt. Okay, like offensive line problems. Okay, like I just I don't know. We say this every single week, but every single week my optimism is getting, and I'm a cautiously optimistic person as it
Right.
is. So I think you're a little bit more optimistic than me in general in life, maybe, especially with the Giants. But
Right.
every week it's like diminishing more and more and more because it's so hard to like I know it's just preseason, but how do you watch that and then think like you're just not going to expect more of the same come the regular season? Like I know like, they're going to flip a switch a little bit, obviously, like preseason is different than regular season, but how much of that is going to flip though? Like
Um, I'm the third preseason game, honestly, I don't really put much stock into it. From what happened in practice during the week, it seemed like the same old adage of what the Giants have been doing the last decade. So that's what I'm concerned about, and how Daniel Jones looked at the first part of the Texans game. That's what concerns me much, because that's what we've seen the last 6 years, unfortunately.
But that's what we're going to keep seeing. I know all these people want to be so positive, but what 2022 aside, what has he shown you to be so goddamn optimistic? And I'm not talking about the fans that are cautiously optimistic like us, maybe veering a little negative, and we're not super, super negative. I'm holding out hope, but like, what has he shown you? You know who I'm talking about with this fan base too. What has he shown you that, like, I mean, there are fans out there that are just unapologetically like a Daniel Jones lover, and just like, I mean, how? What are you drinking? What are you smoking? Because what is he showing you that you're so confident this is like a 10-win team? They're going to the playoffs. DJ's going to turn it around. Like, based on what?
I think with them, more times than not, I think it's really, oh, now we have like neighbors. We have a number one guy to throw to, and like, I think with them, I see mostly are excuse based, and that maybe just finally the Giants aren't gonna fail them, like Mr. Mara said last offseason, this offseason. I forgot which one it was. It's all a blur to me, honestly, at this point. But
and therein lies the problem. You can't even remember what year John Mara said the same thing over and over and over again.
Right. It's just blurred into one. And I think it's more of the excuse base of like, oh yeah, well, if Daniel Jones has an offensive line, he would be great. Oh, if he had a number one wide receiver, he would be great. If he stayed healthy, he would be great. It's, you never hear the oh, well, we saw it in 20, there you go. When you see it, when you see the 2019 Daniel Jones fearless and doesn't care that he's throwing the ball down the field and in triple coverage for an interception, and he finds a way to score them more than one touchdown a game passing wise, I think for whatever reason those people fail to realize that was 5 years ago, and like that was 5 coaches ago. So like, I don't know.
That's crazy that you bring that up. 4 coaching regimes ago, and this is still the same problem.
Technically 3. Sorry,
3. Okay, 3, and it's still the same problem.
Right.
Like, all right, so then how much do you put on coaching?
And by the way, 2 of them are offensive-minded coaches.
Well, then how much do you put on coaching? Like, if it almost doesn't matter, you know what they say, like, with a bad offensive line, doesn't matter. Pat Mahomes couldn't go back there and perform. All right, well, then does it matter if you and I go coach the Giants? Because it seems to be the same fucking problem over and over and over and over and over again.
We just need the line to not completely suck ass and to be like, okay, suck. That's all we need this year.
Serviceable. Speaking of the line, did you see what I tweeted out? I wanted to know when we think Evan Neal will be flipping those burgers. When do you think he'll be flipping burgers?
In another year.
All right, so you give him a year, he'll be out there flipping burgers.
Watch, he'll get cut or leave in free agency and becomes an awesome player. That's
because that always happens. People leave the Giants and they become like an amazing player for another team. Why does that always happen?
AKA Evan
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram, yeah.
But why does that always happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Giants tout themselves
it's
a premier organization, and we're this and we're that, and you're one of the oldest ones. I get it, but like, you're not that great of an organization.
It's an us, not a. It's an us problem for sure.
Yeah, it's a Giants problem. Yeah. I wonder how much of the problem is John Mara.
I'm sure obviously he has some of it, chunks of it. The nepotism seems to be very
if you've changed GMs and you've changed coaching regimes and you've changed, other coaches like within the regime over the years, you've changed players, you've changed quarterbacks, you still have the same problem. What's the one constant? Ownership.
Yep. You got it.
For 10 years, over 10 years now, I think you could say. And everybody wants to argue with me that, like, oh, I love somebody said to me, I must not have been a fan in 2022 because I only want to be around for the good times. Hello, you must be fucking new here. Welcome. Yeah. The good times. When's the last, aside from that, when was the last good time you had? Even in the Super Bowl, I was sweating it out and I didn't think we were going to win and it was stressful. And I was like, I don't even want to watch. Like, nothing's a good time with this team. Nothing. Like, the football stress is about to come back. Are you excited for that? Like, being and pissed off and stressed and upset and mad. And
I'm used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but so you're ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Don't you want to be happy though? What's it like?
I want to be happy. Of course I want to be happy.
But do you ever wonder what it's like to be a fan of these teams where, like, they're good and they actually, like, could be in contention every year and, like, there's a lot of talent and there's depth and they're just, like, the offense is clicking and, like, what is that like? I don't know.
I
honestly don't know what it feels like.
It feels nice.
How do you know?
Well, we did make the playoffs in 2005, 2006, 2007.
I mean, recently. Don't talk to me about 2005.
And 2008. And then 2008, someone shot himself and ruined our chance to go back.
You ruined the whole franchise.
We didn't. We won another Super Bowl.
No, it's been fucked up ever since.
Right.
Well, it has been. It hasn't been good times for a long time. So I think it's okay to say we forget what the happiness felt like, but not even, because it's not like those Super Bowl teams were like juggernauts. They were like 9-win team, like barely hanging on for life. Like,
yeah, no, we have no clue other than 08, halfway through of 08.
Yeah.
I mean, man, we're going in and we're going to like kill them. Like, we're going to kill a team. Nope. We don't know how that feels at all.
No. So I hope anyone who's listening that's not a Giants fan, because getting a lot of DMs, people are liking our content and our show and they want to know where they can get more of it. So then sending the link out, and feedback is great and people like it. But the cool thing, Danny, I think, is that, well, for me anyway, we're getting people that aren't just Giants fans that are interested in the show. And I think that's, credit to your idea for pulling in a second show during the week. And we're talking about more than just the Giants. Mm-hmm. But much to your dismay, a lot of people still love the food take. So.
Okay. But before we go, does Tommy DeVito make the 53 roster now? Unfortunately, because Tom Parasaro from NFL Network made news earlier today that they vetoed the emergency quarterback coming on to practice squad game day instead of having to be an official member of the team every single week. Mm-hmm. So this comes to you now. This changes a lot for the Giants because obviously the whole thing of last year, whoa, we didn't need Tommy DeVito. Then the Jet game happened and we needed Tommy DeVito.
DeVito. Yeah.
In normal situations with the Giants and around the league, it is very rare to have 3 quarterbacks on your roster. So I think this is where we say goodbye to our dear friend Tommy for the New York Football Giants. We had that wonderful run of 6 weeks and then getting benched on Christmas. But unfortunately, I rather have better players and players that could actually grow and not rot on the 53-man roster. I think we could find a way to keep him on the practice squad and just have him be that practice squad quarterback. And then if, God forbid, someone gets hurt, we elevate him. I don't see really why we would, unfortunately, keep the third quarterback on our actual roster. Because he's just going to be deactivated on every game day anyway. So might as well keep it for a guy that we really need in the long run. What do you think?
I think he'll find his way onto the roster.
because of the fairy tale story, and he's from Jersey and he's Italian.
No, actually, because Daniel Jones, as all the apologists want to sit here and say, Nikki, you don't understand football. He's coming off an injury. So he's coming off an injury. Drew Lock hasn't practiced since August, beginning of August or something like that. Like he's been hurt. So if you've got two quarterbacks that are just kind of iffy on the injury, I mean, what's the upside to Tommy DeVito? He knows the playbook, right?
Yeah.
And if you're watching Hard Knocks Chicago Bears, most recent episode, didn't Badgett say like it gets easier your second year? Now you understand things. That's not to say Drew Lock doesn't understand it, but like, how much better is Drew Lock than Tommy DeVito?
I mean, other than him being a first round draft pick and all that accolades, I think he's marginally better because he'll be able to push the ball down the field. That's his style. Yeah, he will unfortunately get more turnovers because of the aggressive style, but at some point, Tommy DeVito, he's more of a check down Charlie and will make the right plays, and we're just not going to be able to win with that.
Well, we're not going to be able to win with Drew Lock either. So does it?
I know,
really
but
matter?
I think he fits Dave's mindset a little bit.
Daniel
better.
Jones doesn't fit Dave's mindset. So what are we doing here? Like, so, but like you're right. Like you're kind of making my point though. It's like,
no, you're 100% making your point.
You know, it's like, okay, well, if Drew Lock, then you went on here a couple weeks ago when you got mad at me and was like, if Drew Lock gives us the best chance to win, then that's who we go with. Then why are we going with him? If you're saying Drew Lock fits with Dave's wants a little bit better, like.
Unfortunately, Daniel Jones, they still think he's the man. So what do you want from me? I don't know.
I'm just saying, okay, if you had, Drew Lock, yes, I understand he was a draft pick. I get all that, but it's not like he's had this stellar career.
No, okay? I'm with you.
It's not like he's like, second coming of Lamar Jackson over here. Like he's pedestrian. I think
you could tell the skill level between a Drew Lock and a Tommy DeVito if and when Drew Lock knows the playbook and has a first team offense around him. You know what I mean? As opposed to Tommy DeVito.
But we really didn't get like a good look at him.
I know, that's the scary thing.
Like, is there enough there to evaluate him?
Probably not. And it's just, are you going to keep the third quarterback? It just seems a lot. Seems like.
Do you trust Daniel Jones and Drew Lock to stay healthy?
Of course not.
Well, then I think you got to think about that. And you, of all people, should want Tommy Cutlets there. I know you want that. Bring that jersey out one more time. Did you wear it though on Saturday? Just because one more time.
No, I've not worn it. It's collecting cobwebs in my.
I still cannot believe you went and got it. Speaking of Tommy DeVito, there are quite a few people who also say he is the best quarterback in that room. And
I mean, I think that's people being tongue-in-cheek, I hope.
I think some of them, yes, but I think if you go through and you look at who's tweeting that, I don't think they're being tongue-in-cheek about it. I think some of them are serious.
Scary.
That he is the best QB in that quarterback room.
I mean, yeah, that's scary. He couldn't score a passing touchdown all 3 games, so that's all you kind of need to know about that.
What did you think of the Jets?
From what I heard, it's the same old Jets. Defensively, they're rushing the quarterback, making 8 sacks. So I think it's all about Aaron Rodgers staying healthy and being able to get Garrett the ball. And Brees is a top 5 draft pick in most fantasy leagues. So he's the number 2 running back in all of the land. So that's high praise. We all know that doesn't mean anything in the nitty gritty of the season, but in the preseason, that's pretty big. I just don't like Saleh. I really don't.
Why?
I think he's a defensive coordinator. He still doesn't know how to manage games at times. Hopefully.
How many years has he been there now? 4?
3 or 4. Yeah. They just can't get over the hump, and hopefully with Rodgers, they do. I don't hate
So
the Jets.
safe to say, like Rodgers getting hurt bought him another year, right? Because like,
Yeah, 4 plays in, you thought you were gonna be contending for a playoff spot, and then you're stuck with Zach Wilson all season.
oh, Zach.
That's why they got Tyrod. Granted, Tyrod's injury prone as well.
So how hot is Robert Saleh's seat then? Do you think?
I mean, if they don't make the playoffs this year with Aaron Rodgers and the offense being quote unquote better, yeah, his ass is gonna get fired, as it should.
Is his seat hotter than Brian Dable?
Probably they have more expectation.
You would not know it based on the media here, right? Like you just wouldn't know it. Like it's almost like I never hear anybody talk about Robert Saleh. It's all Brian Dable. It's all Joe Shane. It's all about like, how they're on the hot seat.
Well, it's like basketball season when the Nets had KD, Kyrie, and Harden. It didn't matter. Oh, Julius Randle sucked, and the Knicks are 10 wins in the season, and it is what it is. And I'll only get the net news like nationally, not locally. So it is what it is.
Yes, being what like the redheaded stepchildren. Is that the saying?
Yeah,
something like that. The city,
the Jets, Mets, and Nets. Yeah.
Speaking of cities, you were in
Wildwood, New Jersey for the weekend. Oh boy!
Listen, I don't even go there, and it's a far drive from me from Red Bank. So
yeah, no. So my
so
my
for
friend,
you, what'd you clock in at? Like 3 hours, 3.5 hours?
Yeah. So my friend and his wife invited us. They have a condo for the next 2 weeks. So we were like, okay, cool, we'll go. We don't have anything going on this weekend. I'm off this week. So it was fun, but when I pass, because I have family in LBI, like
right?
And I see Route 72, and it's I think it's 106 is the exit, or whatever. Doesn't matter. 96.
No 106.
No, not 106. 90 something, whatever. Right, Route 72 LBI, and I'm like,
63.
63, and like, oh god, we got to go all the way to 4. So. It was different. It was a very Philadelphia vibe.
Too much Philly influence, right? Yeah.
Too much Philly.
Way too much Philly influence.
Way too much Philly.
It's like that whole, so like Wildwood, but like same thing. You're like in AC and you're just kind of like by Brigantine, Margate, Ventnor. Like it's way too much Philly influence, Cape May, Wildwood, like way too much. Like I don't go down. I don't go past LBI, and that's because I have family there. Like way too much Philly influence.
So yeah, I had my Giant hat on. I didn't care. My
friend, how'd that go? Anybody say anything to you? Or?
I had a couple. No one said anything, but they all gave because I was with my kids. I know that doesn't matter, but I got a couple of like, "What are you doing here?" type of like.
Oh. So did anybody go up to you and say, "What do you know about the Giants?" Because you had a Giants hat on, or is that just that happens to me?
That's you. It's a blonde. It's a blonde with nice.
The blonde in
features.
Miami moment. I got it. Yeah.
Nice features.
Nice features.
This is a nice way of saying it.
That's a nice way of saying it. So I think you're done with Wild, but like if you never went back, like you're cool, right? You're straight.
Yeah, no. I think LBI is the furthest I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So next summer, if they want to meet up in the shore, I'm gonna be, hey, meet me at LBI. No, but we had fun. The boys had fun. Their kids had fun. Beach day on Sunday.
How many kids were in the house? 4 total?
4 total. So Johnny at 4. Their daughter at 2, Anthony at 1, and their newest son at 6 weeks old. So
like brand
dinner mealtime with them was an adventure, to say the least. But I will have to say one thing.
Yes.
The people down there wore their like Philadelphia sports jerseys with pride. So every time I saw one, I was like, yuck. Ugh. Gross.
Two sores. Did you say sore while you were down there? Because that's great.
Probably.
That's great if you did.
Yeah, no, I think.
What was longer, going or coming home? Or was it about the same?
About the same. I think coming home felt worse because it was like I just want to get home.
You just want to get home at that point. It's
and my wife and my wife had a meeting, so we literally made the call by 5 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, she had a meeting today.
Yeah, so she's like, yeah, and of course Brooklyn of always traffic as always.
Oh
It's like
God, I know it.
passion, and it's like, and you and me always joke whenever you go to a Liberty game. Do these people work? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know
And
because
we're in the traffic
today, right? It's Monday. Like,
yeah,
here's the thing. So it's the week before Labor Day.
right. So
Like,
everybody's off like me.
so everybody took this whole week off, I think, right? Like, and I think come Wednesday, it's a wrap on like a lot of people's like work week. I think they're done. So even I'm trying to be done. I'm trying to be on the beach like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right to my birthday.
So yeah, this like I was telling my parents today when we got home, this wasn't a food trip at all. We
Yes,
went
tell
out.
us. I know you sent some pictures. I don't know where you'd like to start, but how about let's start with your ribs. I didn't think you were a rib guy actually.
I am a
I can't with this. Like, first of all,
so
it looks sad. What
it was
is that?
very sad.
What is that?
That is beans. Beans.
How do you get past the look of that?
I didn't eat it, obviously. I
Well,
didn't
what do
eat
you
the
mean?
coleslaw.
Obviously, it doesn't look like you touched anything.
Well, this is before I started.
Right, but you said obviously as if like the rest of the plate was
No, the cornbread was good. It had like jelly and jam on it.
Ew.
But the ribs were a little rough. I didn't. They were a little tough. They were a little dry. I didn't love them. And I go to my wife. I'm like, actually, I think I smoke better ribs. Like, I guess to my liking. But their nachos were out of this world, so that kind of saved the meal. And I had a double vodka, so that was good. That sent me over the edge. But I hate when you order something and it's just like,
meh.
Damn.
I feel like that's happening a lot lately. It's like going out and then the food is just like so meh. You're like, oh God, like you wanted it, and then you're like, oh, I gotta pay.
Yeah, they caught me by the smoked ribs, and I'm like, oh, I haven't had smoked ribs since I made it for Father's Day. Let's have it. And then everybody got their meal, and I was that schmuck just waiting for his food, The anticipation. And the waitress came by like 3 times. Oh, did you get it yet? And of course, I'm being nice. I don't need her spitting in my food. So I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, it's all good. I get it. I got smoked ribs. This is what I get for ordering smoked ribs. That like courtesy, like I wasn't gonna be mean about it. And then it came, and I was like, damn, what a letdown.
What is next to the cornbread? Salad?
Coleslaw, but yeah, basically.
Oh, ew. You ate that? There's mayo in that, right?
This one had like the vinegary taste. It wasn't really mayo.
So this gets plopped in front of you. I mean, when you look at it, are you like, oh yeah, this is appetizing? Or are you like,
I'm like, yeah, I definitely have had better ribs before.
I mean, just the look of it. Like, did this look good to you?
No, it was like, all right, here we go. This looks overdone, and we're gonna see.
What are they supposed to look like? Like, what are they supposed to?
Like nice and pink inside, and like, it's hard to explain. It looked a little overdone for the normal person that would like know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give it to you on this tray with paper. I would have just looked at this and been like, no. Like the beans, like why didn't you slip the beans out? Like, why do you do that? Do you like I modify everything? I'm really
I didn't care. I knew I wasn't gonna eat it anyway, so I was like, whatever. I was gonna eat. We had those nachos, which was good. We had barbecue chicken in it. It was good. That should have been my regular.
On the nacho?
Yeah, it was so good. He had regular nachos, pico de gallo, and everything. So it was, that part of the meal was
barbecue chicken on the nacho.
Yeah, it was really good.
With what? Cheese and stuff?
Yeah, everything. Your normal nachos. Yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about nachos. Nobody likes soggy chip. Did your chips get soggy?
Yeah,
they did, right? Yeah, I'm sure the bottom chips.
Everybody but you deal with it, and it's so good that you deal with it.
Well, I wouldn't have eaten the nachos. What did everybody else get there? Was there anything good there? I know you don't want to put this place on blast, but
the boys had mac and cheese. They looked good. I forgot what my friends got. I'll be honest with you. I think one of them got a burger. They said it was good. My wife got a brisket sandwich, and she said it was tough, and I had a piece as well. So We went 0 for 2. We went 0 for 2 in the
Mm.
meal.
All right, 0 for 2 on that meal. So, what did you end up doing yesterday for dinner?
Dinner. Oh boy. We were so tired at the beach. I saw that we had Domino's literally around the
4.
corner.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. You had what now?
Domino's pizza.
Domino's
$20 for
pizza.
2 medium pizzas.
How much?
$20 for 2 medium pizzas. Garlic knots and those Cinna sticks for $22. So can't go wrong with that. I paid for the indigestion badly last night, but
As you should, because I know Wild was heavily influenced by Philly, but you are in New Jersey. There are good pizza places around,
okay.
and you
So
went
the one
Domino's. Like,
the
come
one
on.
pizza place that I saw, another one, had Tony's New York pizza. I'm like, all right, Jersey always claims that they have the best pizza in the world, but they have to write New York on their pizza. So I just said Domino's, screw it. I knew it was quick, whatever. Sue me.
I mean, it's unacceptable. So you didn't really eat pizza because Domino's is not pizza, and
I
I'm not a
never,
big
I
pizza
never,
person.
I never claimed that. I never claimed it was real pizza.
It was a disgusting,
No, it was doable. It passed.
serviceable, like the
Yeah,
offensive line that you want so
yeah.
badly.
It wasn't an
I
Andrew
will say, so
Thomas.
I feel like you got a lot for $22 because I feel like you can't get shit for $22.
That's
And
what I'm saying. It was a good deal. It was
it's
an
a good deal,
expensive.
but it's
It
crap
was
food, and then you
it
feel
was
like
an
shit.
expensive weekend. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure. Did the boys eat Domino's or they don't?
Johnny had a slice. It was getting too late for Anthony, so we didn't give it to him.
All right. So what did you guys get? Ice cream? Like what did that look like?
Um, we did actually. Me and Nicole didn't get ice cream. Actually, Johnny had ice cream on Saturday,
Oh,
and
he must have been good then. All right. Good
yeah,
for
he was
you, Johnny.
relatively
Just being
good.
good. All right.
Yeah, relatively good. So yeah, no,
All
yep,
right.
yep.
Did you
So
do how did they so you went to the beach yesterday, right?
yep.
Okay. Did
That
you do
was
any
the what's up?
did what did they do, the boys? Do they go in the ocean? Do they build the sandcastles? Do they bury each other like we used to do when we were little?
And this was the first time Johnny went in the actual ocean, not a bay.
Oh,
So he
okay.
actually enjoyed it. So that was good. Unfortunately, Anthony only played in the sand because he had a very bad diaper rash. So we did
Oh
not
boy,
want to.
giving the listeners literally a play by
He
play.
was he was out of he sat out. He sat out. He
All
was
right. Did you
miserable.
have beach snacks and beach food?
Yes, we had so this was cool. There was this restaurant that had like rentals and everything else like that, and you were able to walk up to the bar and get drinks and everything else like that. And they had a whole setup, so that was pretty cool. Um, we had chicken tenders,
Oh my
we had
god.
French fries and pretzel bites. So
Oh my god.
yeah, this weekend wasn't a food weekend,
Wow. Wow. Not a food weekend.
but
Expensive.
yeah, but it well,
How were
that's
the pretzel bites? Because I like a soft pretzel. Were they too salty though?
you
Would
would
I
have all right, here's my play by play with you with the pretzel bites. Okay.
tell me. Mm-hmm.
Ew, are you really gonna eat those with the salt? Like, oh my god, I don't even like it with the salt. That
I
was
scraped my salt off.
oh yeah, you would have we eat it with the salt. No, yeah,
I don't like it.
that would have been you would have bitched the whole time about the salt. 100%.
So what would I have eaten this weekend? Nothing apparently.
No, you would have had salads. Would have had
Oh, okay.
salads.
Okay, I would have
Yeah.
had salad. So I too was on the beach yesterday.
Yeah, we know. We know.
So I want to know, like, where was your thirst trap?
I was occupied with two screaming 2-year-old kids, so I took no photos like you. It was a nightmare. We had to hold it together. We powered through. We were definitely the people that you complain about weekly
Oh, I can't
on the beach.
stand you people. I just
Definitely,
can't.
definitely. But we don't like hop over people's space and everything else like that.
Yeah, like
But
the
it was
people do
just like,
here, where they just like the umbrella is like over my chair. It's like back the fuck up. You don't need to be like, I saw two
no.
guys fight over it yesterday, and then I told the one guy I literally could not recline back, Danny, because his
Yeah.
knee was right there. I was like,
See, that's
"You're not flying coach. Like, why are
personal
you
space is huge. That's nuts.
like?" I was here first. Why should I move? I'm not trying to be petty. Well, yeah, I am a petty person, but
Oh
like,
well, come on.
I know,
You're
but
like Beach Karen.
why should I move? I was there first. I got there at 8:35.
Right.
Why should I move?
Yeah, no, you're right. I
You
that's
came
insane.
after me. You can't figure out
No.
spatial awareness.
That's why I hate the beach. I hate
I just don't understand why people like think it's okay. They find absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like,
I do not find the beach relaxing. I hate the beach.
oh, you hate the beach. I feel like you've
I
gone a lot
hate
this
the
summer.
beach. Twice.
Twice.
I hate the beach.
So
I hate
mean, I
sand.
love the beach
Get me a
so
pool.
much.
Get me a pool. I will hang out by that pool. I will go in that pool. There's no living things in that pool that we think.
Yeah, I don't. So do you go in the water? I don't go in the water.
I went in the water yesterday up to my like ankle, like up to my knee and like thigh because my son wanted to go in.
Yeah,
I'm not dipping myself in like I was when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, because you're a kid, you're just like, oh, you don't care what's in there. But when you become an adult, you're like, I don't know what's coming to eat me.
Right.
You know, because you can't really see what's going on down there. And then the seaweed starts brushing up against.
Yeah, the seaweed. Yeah, I hate the seaweed too. I hate the seaweed. I hate the seashells. Forget it.
Yeah, I don't go in the water. Like when I get hot, I'll dip my toes in. I literally,
that's so cute of you. You dip your toe in.
Yeah, I just put my toes in.
Aw, adorable.
Same thing at a pool. Like I will sit on the ledge and just put my feet in the water. Like I won't go in the water.
We all know why.
I don't like getting my hair wet. Do you have any idea?
Oh, what a world, what a world, what a world.
Yeah, like getting my hair wet, then I gotta restyle it, like getting my makeup on. Like, no,
oh my
like
God, the horror.
What?
I said the horror.
No, it is a horror because I gotta put together my beach look, right? And then like
it's a nice aesthetic. It's a very nice aesthetic.
Yeah. Okay. So everything's got to like match. If I'm wearing black, then I know I want to do like a bright pink lipstick or something with my black shades. And then my beach cover up has to match and it's got to match the bag. And then like we have to have a look. So no, I don't go in the water. I hate getting my hair wet. I don't like my makeup smeared all over my face looking like a crazy person. Like, no, but I do get hot and I will just put my feet in the water. Like, so if you're in the pool, are you going all the way in the pool? Like you dunk your head and everything?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about 90% of what you said. So
I think it's just an issue for high maintenance women.
Yeah, definitely. My mom's like that too.
Okay, good. So your mom's probably high maintenance, right?
No, I wouldn't say high maintenance, but she doesn't want to get her hair wet and like the makeup. But I agree.
Yeah, no, it's like such a production. Like I'm not getting my hair wet. Like just I'm not doing it. But I do like to just lay out and get myself tan. Would you like the beach better if you didn't have kids with you and you could just like maybe sit there and relax?
No, I hate the beach. It added another 5,000% why I don't like the beach. And then
because you got to carry all this shit with you too.
I gotta carry all the shit. I have 2 kids screaming. I have a wife that's already agitated at whatever reason, and I have to tiptoe through that. And then you're getting mad because you could tell the steam's coming out of her ears, and then you're waiting and chilling and everything else with that. It's like, this is not fun. This is not fun. I'm sweating my ass off just looking at the ocean. This is not relaxing. Get me the fuck out of here.
Okay. What's more relaxing, a beach day with your family or watching the Giants like blow it against Cowboys or something?
Well, the Giants, because I'm in the nice 70-degree room, relaxing.
You're in your man cave.
Watching TV, getting food at me. Just, I have to hear everybody texting me. And I'm like, all right, I'm in my element, you know? What else is new?
So,
What else is
it's you're aggravated, but you it's the devil, right? It's the aggravation you know and love.
It's like, here we go again. I know this feeling. I don't have sand in my feet. It's just a disaster.
Oh, you're not. Oh, okay. So you don't like sand.
I hate sand.
Okay.
Hate it.
All
hate
right.
it.
So are you done with the beach for the summer?
Oh,
you squeeze one
100%.
more in? No,
Football
you're done?
season. Football season. I am DUN done.
I'm not.
DUNE.
I'm not done.
I know you're not. You
I
hold
got.
off. You hold
Still
off.
got. Huh?
You're gonna hold off. You're that mid-September girl. I feel.
Oh
it.
yeah, like if come like mid-September, if it's like a Saturday and it's a good beach day, I'll be there. You know why? Parking's free. All these people are gone. The beach is free. Like all that stuff. So, but I'm trying to go. I'm trying to take a week off, maybe 4 days off. I'm trying to be there almost every day. I think everyone might be happy if I'm there every day, right? For the next week or so. I don't think anyone would be upset about that.
No, I didn't even. No one. Oh, except for the haters.
Oh yeah, the haters that are like, who goes to the beach looking like that? I did get a watermelon smoothie though yesterday, and it was outstanding.
That's good.
It's
what
delicious.
Flavor?
Watermelon, I said.
Okay, I didn't know it was just watermelon. Okay.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Delicious.
Like real watermelon, not Jolly Rancher fake watermelon flavor. But I'm glad you're back. I know you missed the preseason game. I'm sorry I had to endure the Philly influence of Wildwood. Seemed like at the end of the day the kids had fun, which I know being a parent,
of course Johnny didn't want to go home as we're about to leave. And I was like,
no,
come on.
Well, I mean, of course not. That's
I'm
gonna have to talk with Johnny because every week it's something now.
And then
every
of course,
week.
No, he's been better. And then it's like, oh, I want to come back next weekend. And me and Nicole go, no, we're not doing this again for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, where do you go in Long Island for a beach? Where would you go?
Well, we will go Long Beach. There's a couple of nice beaches on Long Beach.
Okay.
And the Rockaways and Queens when we lived in Queens. So there's plenty. Like that's the frustrating thing about going to the shore. We live 15 minutes away from the beach, so it's us seeing other people. We're not just gonna go to the Jersey Shore to just we're going to the beach. We're gonna be staying there, seeing people, hanging out with people. That's the huge difference about it. So yeah, when we live 15 minutes away from the beach, it's we're going because we're seeing people.
Okay, got it. Well, I'm glad you're back. Did you have jury duty or that's this week?
It's this week, 2 for 2. So hopefully 3 more days. Hold on strong,
Hold on strong. We're holding on for you. We're holding out hope. Did you get your Giants season ticket holder box?
No, I'm not popular enough.
Okay, because some people got it.
Yes. But they emailed us that you're going to have to remain patient. Not everybody's going to get it in time. So
why?
Who knows? I couldn't tell you. They told us what in like March. What did I tell you? March, April.
Yeah, springtime. Springtime,
all right.
And you're not going to get it in time. So what are they giving out this year?
So cups? This year it's no cups this year. You're funny. This year for the 100th season, they're giving us replica rings of the 4 Super Bowls. Whatever. That's just gonna collect dust. They have a commemorative ticket from the first Giant game, and I guess whatever on the back of the ticket, that's pretty cool. So we'll see.
All right, but it's nothing like I don't know why I can't get out in time.
Yeah, I don't. Who knows? Who knows? I don't really care. Whenever it comes, I'll make a video of it.
No, I just want to know. I know the unboxing. I can't wait for this. I just want to know what goes on in that organization that you just can't seem to get out the simplest things.
No, that's why they give away cups and T-shirts and flags and magnets. That's why they don't have to deal with it.
I mean, it's just amazing to me. You can't.
But I can't hate. I've always complained like you see other teams get cool shit, and then we finally get it, so it's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do you really think what the Giants give you is like cool compared to some other teams? Like,
well, this year it's pretty cool. They didn't have to
well,
like
100th
from
anniversary
from
aside.
from what I've gotten the last 7 years. It's pretty cool. It's the best what we've got.
Okay. All right. Well, are we on tomorrow?
I'm on tomorrow. Will you be on tomorrow? Is the $1 billion
I
question.
don't know. Everybody stay tuned and find out. You never know. I'm exhausted of my co-host search for the Hello Green podcast. Now I understand your agent was on vacation this past weekend, did not get a chance to connect with him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he still is going to hold strong on the Duncan Bucks because that I could do.
Duncan Bucks, and he wants the CD Lamb contract now. So
yeah, I want the CD Lamb contract too. So, hey, if you can make that deal, commission for you.
Got it. All right. All things, hopefully tomorrow we find out the Giants 53. Will Tommy DeVito make that 53? We shall see. As always, thank you
Nikki
for
find a new co-host so she can launch this fucking podcast. ... Stay tuned. I don't think so.
Anyway, thanks for watching TNL_NYG Thunder and Lightning. We will see you guys soon. Have a good night, boys.
Bye.
Peace.